डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन युनिव्हर्सिटी.
Namaskar. I, Dr. Khushbu Jadhav, Assistant Professor Management, welcomes you all at Chaitanya Studio Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. Students, today we are going to discuss the MBA course semester 2. The unit number is primary and secondary data, and the subject is research methodology. So students, in the previous lecture we have studied what is the meaning of data, the different types of data, secondary data, what is primary data, the different techniques of data, data types. So today we will continue the same. Today we will discuss the major techniques of observation. In that we will discuss the meaning of published materials. So what is the meaning of published materials? So secondary data, that is usually gathered from published sources, or we can say that which is printed, that is called published material. Now, what are the advantage and disadvantage of published data, or we can say published material? So generally the published data is further classified on the basis of publisher. So we can say at the one end we have the government sources, which is gather, collect and present huge varied data in the public domain. So of course the government data or the government sources, they have huge data. We can get the many information from that data. So the data from government sources can rarely be provided by the commercial sources. So we can say the best examples of that are the census. So by taking example of census, we can understand that it is a huge data, and based on that data we can reach to the many conclusions. So government statistics is one of the largest sources of secondary data. So what is the reason? Because the government conducts research to develop policies and take decisions. So for making policy to take some decisions, or for making some rules, so for that the government requires some data. So based on data, not only for 1 year or 2 year, of many years they are taking the data, and based on that they make some policies, they take some decisions. So the most comprehensive data collection exercise is the census study, we can say. So also there are multiple government and semi-government organization, institutes or research centers which keep on sharing relevant data in their fields. So these are the very much helpful in providing the data. We can say the government publications like related to trade, agriculture, economics, commerce, they are considered the most relevant and authentic sort of data collection. Now we will understand the meaning of syndicate services. So what is the meaning of syndicate service? So this comprise companies that collect a pool of data. They do not collect data for any specific research problem. So here the company collects the data in general, which can be used for many purposes. So rather, data collection is a continuous business activity for them, through which they create a large and varied data reservoirs. So not only for any institution, not for only government, not only for some researchers, they can be used for many ways. This syndicate research report should be used during the exploratory research process to gain more information about a market, industry or company, or at a lesser cost in the shorter time span. So here many companies providing syndicate research reports often provide customization service too. So here we can understand that syndicate research report is generally used during the exploratory research. So whenever the exploratory research is going on, exploratory research process is going on, to get some more data about the market, industry, company, this type of research is very much useful. Syndicated services specialize in providing consumers, household data or data of industries, institutes and companies. So consumer and household data are collected either through service or through electronic scanner services. But some prominent companies offering syndicate services in India are, we can say, Nielsen Holdings, Kantar Group, Ipsos, Gartner, etc. So by taking example of this, we can understand that these survey are similar to the ones that carried out in a primary data collection. But however, the purpose is not for any specific study. So again I am repeating, like they are collecting the data, but it can be used for many ways, not for some specific purpose. So electronic scanner services collect data electronically through device and automatic readers. So by the by the word we can understand this meaning. So the survey collect the data from a large part of the representative population through a pre-designed questionnaire. So here the questionnaire is made, but it is pre-designed, and by taking the responses can reach to the conclusion. Now, what is the meaning of panel? So, panel is a sample of respondents who provide specified information at regular intervals over an extended period of time, or we can say longitudinal research. So, here the panel can be organization, household, it can be individuals, though household panel are the most popular form of panels. So, here it is very much important to remember what is the meaning of panel and what comprises of panel. So the panel members are compensated for their willingness and participation for a longer period of time. By taking some example, we can better understand the meaning of panel. Now, consumer panels chiefly focus on two aspects. So which are these two aspects? The purchase, shopping and consumption. The another is respondents record their purchase on a variety of different products. So by example, NPD online purchase panel, we can understand this easily. The next is media. So these panels collect data through electronic device which automatically record viewing behavior. So nowadays it is very much famous, it is used by many people. Now, what is the role of electronic scanner services? What is the use? Why it is most important? So electronic scanner services are becoming increasingly popular as this deploy technology to collect data without having the need to disturb the consumer. So this is very much important. Without disturbing, without knowing, without taking any further step, we can collect the data easily. So how this work and what are the types? So electronic scanner services major divided into three types. Like first one is volume tracking data. The second one is information on purchase. So again it is based on brand, size, price, flavor, etc. The next is scanner panels. So each household member is given an ID card to read by the electronic scanner and they can be registered. Scanner panel members are identified by this ID, which this ID card they allowing each members to purchase to be stored against their identity. So here again there are three things to remember. First one is consumer identity, that is again linked to their purchase. Scanner panels with cable TV, and third one is it is a combination of scanner panel with manipulation advertising that is being broadcast by the cable TV companies. Now what is the meaning of computerized database? So by the word you can understand the meaning. Computerized database, which is the database which is stored or gathered through computerized or through computer way. So this is a type of secondary data that can only be read using a computer. So the all information which is based on by reading or by using a computer, so it can be obtained either online or offline. So both methods are available. We can gather from both the options. So the data on storage media such as we can say CD, floppy disk, computer database can only be shared through electronic data transfer media. So that we know very well. Majorly, there are 5 common computerized database. First one is bibliographic database, numeric database, full text database, directory database, and for special purpose. So here we can say the computerized database which is used by many people. Why? Because there are many advantages of using this data. Here we can say like the database is an organized collection of reference to put in some collective way, like by using the journal, magazines, newspaper, conference proceedings, reports, some citations, some publications, government official documents, all are helping in this. Now students, in this lecture we have studied what is the meaning of data, the different type of data, like what is primary data, what is secondary data, the data types, different techniques of observing the people's behavior, So now we are reaching to some conclusion of this unit. So have a look in this. What is data? So data is the heart and soul of research, as the aims of the study can only be fulfilled through analysis and interpretation of relevant data and information. Again, what is data and how it is divided? So data can be divided in two parts, that is qualitative and quantitative. So what is the meaning of qualitative data? So data which is available, we can say, in theory part or in some information way, while in quantitative data we have some data in a figure or some quantitative data in numbers, that is called quantitative data. The data can be availed through two majorly techniques that we have studied in these lectures, primary data and secondary data. Now we take a brief review of this primary and secondary data. Primary data, which is collected first and by the researcher, or how it is different from secondary data. Secondary data, which includes like we can take the information from the journals, magazines, newspapers, some publications, some government records, that is called secondary data. So students, I hope you understand the meaning of data, the data types and different techniques of observation and data. Now we will discuss the next unit in the next lecture. Thank you.
स्वाध्यायः परः